Did you know a 2018 study showed half of prenatal vitamins tested had unacceptable levels of heavy metals? I'm Kat, mother of 3 and founder of Ritual. When I was 4 months pregnant, I couldn't find a prenatal I could trust, so I created my own. Ours is made traceable, third-party tested for heavy metals, and recently earned the Purity Award from the Clean Label Project. But don't just take my word for it. Get 25% off at ritual.com/podcast.
Previously on Dungeon Punks.
They're finishing up the last deck.
If you stay party, you don't have to get party.
No, not the wetlands.
I walk straight into my quarters. I disregard anything that is happening up until this point.
This is a PG-rated podcast.
No, it's not.
Welcome to Dungeon Punks.
Welcome to Dungeon Bumps. I am not Stu Pop.
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Stu Pop, your Dungeon Master and everyone's podcast dad. And with me, as always, is the crew of the Archipelago.
Hello, I am Mike Noble, and I play Detective Harley Hellberg.
And I am Phil Seaplack. I play Captain Val Kovac.
I'm Lee Aldridge, and I play Kata, the ship's mechanic.
I am Mel Shim. I play Onyx Row, aka Solid Gold.
And when last we left our crew, they were jumping to faster than light travel or hyperspace. I don't know if hyperspace is like a copyright thing that I can say or not. It's what I want to say every time.
If hyperspace isn't copyrighted, we need to copyright hyperspace. Let's be very clear on that.
Let's get that Star Wars money, baby.
Yeah.
You jump to FTL after rounding up all of the Starspur crew to deliver them to Vancouver 12. After they had done a bunch of pranks that were really cover for a heist to steal the vault of Fragmeister Palm, which is now currently residing in the cargo bay / bar of your ship.
Bargo Bay.
The Bargo Bay.
There we go. All right, sweet.
Let's crack some skulls.
Let's fucking break them open.
Let's cut over to Val, who last we saw him was sort of with a very determined gait, went into his room and closed the door behind him.
That is not what happened.
You need to be more assertive, Phil.
I mean, that is the last thing that you did.
Yeah.
We just didn't get back to you.
Yeah. So Val at this point has kind of come back out of his room. He went into his room. I guess, at this point it doesn't matter anymore because we're kind of like taken off. But he went there to check to make sure that things were there, not taken or misplaced, and has now left to the bar. What
were the certain things you were making sure were safe?
I keep my saber in my room, and fearing that shit was gonna hit the fan, he went into his room to kind of suit up, basically.
Got it.
And basically, since that did not happen, I guess false alarm. So he kind of just double checked, make sure no one was messing around with his things, and then has now reconvened with the rest of the crew and the gang in the bar. However, I'm gonna say Val walks in with saber on hip.
Okay.
Harley is actually kind of like, here's where my head's at with all this. Other than the fact that they're really like douchey party bros, we kind of like are just hanging out with them. Like, we've never been confrontational. We've rescued their asses. We've partied with them. Like, there is no, in my being Harley, in Harley's head, there isn't like a reason to like be, I guess there is a reason of hostility just from the first meeting. So I'm not discrediting Val having the saber on his hip because that's just like the vibe. But at the end of the day, I don't think we need to approach any conversation with them kind of like, like I think we can approach it as we are, like pals, for lack of like acquaintances at the very least, because we have helped them out and stuff like that. So Harley's going to go do that.
All right. So you're also heading to
the Bargo Bay.
I'm also interested with what they managed to jack.
I want to know what's going on.
Like what's in the stash
the biggest
here.
thing.
Onyx, what are you up to?
Am I still piloting the ship?
Well, once you're in FTL, you've locked in the
So I can walk around.
The course, so you can walk around.
I'm probably pretty interested too. I'll probably walk down to the bar and see if I can help with any questioning, I guess.
Well, you're their pal. Like you're
best friends.
You're the one.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll also head down. I feel like Onyx would be pretty curious as well. Just like, yeah, this adventure is now something different.
Kata, you're already in the Bargo Bay.
Yes.
Are you doing anything in particular? A massive vault, Fast and Furious style, has just slid into the Bargo Bay, being dragged by 4 bros with jetpacks. The rest of the Starspur crew is probably also heading this way.
I'm a little torn between wanting/needing to make sure that everything gets fixed in a timely manner and wanting to ask them about jetpacks.
Harley leans over to Kat and say, I see you eyeing those jetpacks. Just ask him about it.
But there's a lot of things that need to get fixed first.
Yeah, but jetpacks is a finite expiry on that conversation.
Does it? Really?
I think Big Cobb Energy, overhears this, and he's like, well, little bro, you want a jetpack? We're sponsored, so we got these, they just give them to us.
Kata's eyes go really big.
And he, takes the jetpack off, slides it across the floor over to you.
I, try not to look too eager, but, pretty quickly just, grab it and, start kind of, not taking it apart, but investigating it. So just kind of, trying to figure out how it works and stuff.
Right. He, after doing that, kind of turns back to his stream and says, hey, it's your boy Cobb here. We're going to do an unboxing. And he points towards the vault.
Great.
And you see several of the other Starsburger have produced torch cutters and are starting to cut into the door of the vault.
I mean, just got to observe at this point in time. There's nothing else to do.
Kata looks up from the jetpack and is like, did any of you guys check if there was a security system on that thing?
One of the people that's kind of, let's say it's Darth Paul, hits some sort of electrical circuit, trip thing, which shocks him and throws him 10 feet across the Bargo Bay.
Yeah,
He's fine.
that's what I thought.
Cool. So what's in the box? Harley's watching it as if there's actual anticipation. It's it's sick.
So they finish cutting through it, and the vault door drops to the floor with a loud clang, and they start pulling stuff out. There's some several old Earth vinyl records of 23rd century bands and stuff.
Name some of them.
I'll put it to, why don't each of us come up with
I'm so sorry.
Are we? How much time
I'm so sorry, Phil.
There's the Space Beatles.
Oh, come on.
I probably asked the worst person to name.
There's
bands.
Metallica 4.
All right.
There's Motel Hira. Is there?
Nice.
Wow, people are so creative in the 23rd century.
It was a really it was cool to be derivative in the 23rd century.
Yeah, it's cyclical, all the trends and stuff. Yeah.
There's some Zorkian wax tone wheels, which is just another music storage device, ancient from just another planet, and just other sort of vintage musical recordings. A lot of it seems to be Fragmeister Palm's thing. He was a music producer. There is also the hollow drive that contains that message from Pulseface 2 to Palm, which they say, this is what we were looking for to their stream. Because they've got to deliver it back to their management company that wanted them to grab it.
I am going to say kind of I don't know what word to describe it, kind of egging them on a little bit. You guys aren't going to play that?
Yeah, so the message they will play. I think they would be egged onto that pretty easily. And it is a text message. It's just text to speech gets read out of it from Pulseface 2.
Hello, Fragmeister.
Yeah. Hello, Fragmeister. Contained on this disk is the location of a cyber vault on level world Zerentroid. We have reason to believe it belongs to the Mackenzie 3 fleet and contains the location of the Bloom.
The
It was hard to tell through the text to speech on that one. But you can see the written hollow thing. It says the Bloom.
Harley feel he's seen this before, right? This is what he saw. Yeah. Okay.
It continues. I want you to put together a team to break into the vault. Schematics and star maps contained within. Shit.
Well,
does that mean anything to anybody?
Val probably actually says that slightly under his breath.
Harley, after looking through and finding his favorite Starcade Fire album.
You've been sitting on that one for a little bit?
They have 7,000 members.
Yeah, exactly. Harley says, we've seen this
surprisingly, Win Butler still plays with them.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen this message before. Fragmeister has seen this. He's probably putting a fleet together to get to this vault. So whatever's in this vault is something, and I am so tired of hearing that robot's voice. Even through text-to-speech.
So actually, yeah, for clarification, this message sent to Frag has heard the message, right? Why is he
Yes.
like why would he put it in a vault?
So
All
the,
right.
the drive also contains like schematics
right,
of
okay.
the cyber vault, the like
Okay.
location
So-
on level world of Zarin.
I don't want to alarm the crew right now, but this is the package we delivered. Like, we delivered this message to Frag, and then they stole it back.
Mm-hmm. That seems reasonable.
Huh.
But isn't that what, like, I did see that because
Yes,
I delivered
yeah,
the package.
yeah.
That is, like, confirmed.
Yeah, I was not
Confirmed,
inside, so I
yes.
did not know that until this point.
Once again, clarification: the schematics are on the drive or the.
Yes,
thing.
and of like they've scrolled through them all on their stream. So theoretically, someone watching the stream could screen cap and make
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own heist.
Okay, I'm just trying.
So we
I guess
heist.
Val is just trying to gauge whether the drive itself is like at this point valuable, because basically it could have been like duplicated at this point. Like Frag might already have the schematics, like, or do you like literally you need the drive in possession to have the schematics, and like whoever
you might
have-
be able to grab the schematics from the stream. You're guessing like you would know these kind of holo drives are probably hard to copy or would take a long time to copy, and probably wouldn't be able to do that in the like day that he had it, especially if you just put it into his vault. He might not.
But he could have just like played it and recorded it somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
the message,
literally
yes, but
what's happening.
the detailed schematics and stuff. There's probably more detail than you would necessarily get from like just
The
what they
message.
Yeah,
flipped
yeah,
through
yeah.
on the stream.
Okay.
So I think in that case, Val being not like incredibly, savvy with like computers and stuff, I'm gonna turn to Harley, and I guess like almost whispering in confidence, like while we're all kind of watching this unboxing, ask Harley, how would he phrase this? Harley, we need to get that drive. However, do you think it still is valuable to have it for us to take it?
I think at the end of the day, we're going to this lava planet no matter what. Because I think we're at a point where it's like, it feels to me like even if we ditch this mission, like we finished the mission, we dropped them off in Vancouver 12 at the Holocon, and
Because if we drop them off at
You would have to,
V12, then they're going to take the drive. Which,
yeah, you'd have to be sneaky about it.
I think we are. So pros and cons. We're at a point where we can probably extend our contract and help them out. Con, to hang out with them a bit more, potentially.
But we don't get paid if we don't get them to HoloCon, correct?
True.
You don't know if they're going to take the contract to do the
yeah.
vault either, right?
They're just, for as far as we know, they're just delivering this drive to whoever
True.
employed them.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. And whoever that person is cannot acquire this drive.
Yes, I think we're on. As of right now, I don't think we should make any sudden moves because we are outnumbered on the same ship.
Oh yeah. We're being chilled.
But we gotta. I'm with you. I'm with you, Val. I think we gotta really. If the drive is our ticket to this lava planet for this secret vault, whatever's in there, I think it's something worth exploring. Yeah, if it's out of our hands, like we're gonna see these guys there either way. So I think we have to make the decision whether we kind of like loose alliance on our end. Still think it's a tight alliance on their end, but you know what I mean. That's my 2 cents on the situation.
Okay. I'm just gonna open our comms to private. I mean, not that
Yeah.
they just so the four of us
Yeah.
can hear, and I'm just gonna say to the crew, whatever happens before we get to V12. Don't lose eyeballs on the drive.
You got it, Captain.
And then
Aye.
that's it.
Who is still in the Bargo Bay?
I am.
Okay. So you just see Cobb puts, after like flipping through it on the stream for a bit and playing the message, he just puts it in his fanny pack and zips that up.
Sick. It's zebra print fanny pack.
Kat is still there playing with the jetpack. I have an idea.
Go on.
Okay, so it's a ship. It's a closed system. It has atmosphere controls. Presumably those atmo controls can be, changed to different things in different parts of the ship, specifically the Bargo Bay. What we could do is the three of you leave the Bargo Bay, and then we could get, because I have cybernetic lungs, so I can breathe. anything. I have an environmental suit.
Are you suggesting we open the bay and drop them all into space?
No, I was suggesting
No,
we
knock
gas
them
them
out.
to sleep.
Yes.
Or just
Oh.
like turn off the O2.
Yeah, or either just
Just knock them unconscious.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we can steal the thing, and then you can just like kick them out.
Sounds like Kata saying you
that.
need to gas them so it's something that can be filtered out so Kata can still breathe. So there still needs to be O2.
Harley is overhearing this conversation
right,
and
right.
so what?
Yeah. This is just me working this out before
Yeah.
Kata actually like voices it.
Right.
I mean, I could also leave and we could just knock them out, but I think it's less suspicious if one of us is still in there with them, and we'd have to make sure that they're all in there. And we'd probably also have to do this at the end before they're just about to get off the ship, so that they might not have time to like.
We can also
Come
do
back
it
on
the
us.
other way around too. I can also be in the bay if you think that is a thing that you are capable of doing with the ship.
I would
All
say captain, because you have mentioned you got your strong computer skills and such.
Yeah.
Like the time of your journey to Vancouver 12 would give you enough time if you got the holodrive to, you could copy it, and then if you gave it back to them, that would mean that they would still have the information. I mean, they might not check if you wanted to wipe it, but so if you would need it either at the end if your goal is that no one else has access to the drive, but if you just want the information off of it in order to go to the lava world yourself, you could copy it over that time.
So I think in an ideal situation, I would want to copy it and then
Return it.
and then actually wipe it
Oh.
and then return it.
Okay. Addendum to the plan. We get them all drunk first.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And then knock them out so they think that they passed out and don't realize that we took the thing, and then you copy it and then give it back to them.
I think that's probably the play. And Harley is also really dumbfounded at the idea of, we have sleeping gas?
Anything can be sleeping gas if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide is sleeping gas,
All
actually.
right.
You just have to be really careful with it because it can also kill people because it stops you from breathing at all.
Learned a lot about your science background today.
That's from working in a brewery
Yeah, true, actually, yeah.
because CO2 is a huge danger because it sits lower than. So if you bend down,
you just
into the cloud of
pass out.
CO2, you can pass out, and then someone goes over to you and tries to wake you up, and then they pass out too, and then everybody dies.
K-Pipes, as a ambassadorial ship, I am equipped to create functional atmospheres for a number of species, some of which are non-compatible with oxygen breathers.
Fair. Good call. Yeah, I
Kata is thinking like, Kay and I are gonna get
but
I'm really
It
good
is
friends.
only my protocols that has kept me from doing this to
Aren't-
people that annoy me.
aren't
Beware.
aren't they all like a variety of like species though?
They are a variety of species, but they all are species that can
The plan will work.
breathe oxygen unimpeded because none of them are wearing any sort of
Gotcha.
The only
gear.
problem is that one of them is a hologram.
Yes, that is a problem. That you have not yet just figured out the source of PlayStation 5.
I'm really regretting that we made one of them a hologram because this plan would be so much more smooth if it.
But okay,
Was
but
not.
in theory, okay.
Is it like the doctor from Voyager? He's got a hollow emitter, like a mobile emitter
yes,
that
yes,
lets
yeah,
him walk
yeah,
around.
You aren't
Yeah.
sure if PlayStation 5 is an AI that creates a hologram or if they're an actual person that is hidden away somewhere and creating a hologram. Cypher is also an android. Another problem.
I think yeah, okay. I think like yeah, with the hologram specifically, I think it's probably like I'm picturing it as like the eyes of the hologram are not what it's being seen. Like there's probably like something like attached to something else or like some kind of projector or like a camera hidden somewhere on like another person. Have you ever seen them away from a certain like who was PlayStation 5 with at the Milkshake Beach?
They were with
Darth Paul
and Cassie Longtooth.
Yes. have
And
we
are
seen-
they always with one
yeah,
of those
exactly,
people?
exactly. Like one of those situations kind of thing. Yeah, or we could just drink them all under the table. And by that, I mean non-Harley.
Except for the android cyborg
And the hologram.
and the hologram.
What if, okay, these guys are party boys though. Like what if we won the drive from them?
They're not idiots.
Ah!
I would say, like the thing you have gathered is as dumb as they also pulled off a very complicated heist for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like real big brain with dick explosions.
I think if there's enough of a distraction, right? And what's Fanny Pack's name again?
Big
Crom?
Cobb.
Crom. Podal Cobb, aka Big Cobb Energy.
Playing some Fire Emblem lately?
We just need a printout of a list of all their names.
No, it's all.
All I know is Grop Grop and it's your boy Benny B.
And PS5.
PS5 and Darth Paul and Puz.
Anyways,
Maidenless
as long
Dominator.
as we're able to get into, like, if someone can slip into his fanny pack and do a little swappy swap.
Ooh, can we do like a switcheroo?
Yeah, a little.
What does this drive look like? Do we have something that like
Yeah.
approximates its weight and shape? Or
I
in
don't
fact,
think they'll notice that it's missing if they're
You
passed
probably
out.
have other hollow drives.
we
Solid
just like swap
gold.
it out.
Solid Gold influencer fashion shoot live stream where you borrow the fanny pack to display it online,
I
and
mean, you
then
just need to do,
slide
like,
it out. Then
It's either like coordination, stealth, or skullduggery to pickpocket someone.
yeah, got none of that.
And if we
My
end up,
coordination, I'm pretty coordinated.
and if we end up
should
getting
be.
him drunk and he ends up passing out or whatever, like even if a couple of them are still coherent, right? That's
I think
fine.
knocking the majority of them
Yeah.
out in some fashion is maybe the move.
And then could we physically knock out like at least the android? Oh.
just. Can we turn him off?
Yeah.
Is there a switch on the
I
back of?
mean,
Is there a way for androids to get intoxicated? They like take a very short-lived virus or something?
yeah, probably.
like a
There probably
USB
is,
Yeah.
like,
A real do androids
there's
drink
probably
electric beer
digital
situation.
like digital intoxicants for androids. AIs have been around for a while. I think at this point, Kay is starting to list the intoxicants they like to take,
Oh, that seems dangerous for the ship that we are currently in.
explaining that that's how they got through the last 100 years that they spent on Bentornia Bumbongo.
They drink beer, but it's like 3-3 instead of the E's, like the 33 Acres logo. Now that I think about it out loud,
That
Yeah.
is a particular brand of like ship intoxicant.
yeah,
The future.
yeah.
Androids can get drunk.
So it is possible.
I mean, some androids are designed to like replicate biological function, like some of the more advanced ones, so they can literally get drunk.
Right.
Is Cypher one of those?
No,
But would they flip the turtle over?
I can't remember which one is the right thing to do.
You're supposed to flip the turtle over. If you don't, then you have no empathy, and then you are an android cyborg, whatever they call them, replicant.
Well, for the time being, shots.
Yeah, let's do some shots.
All right, everyone starts doing shots. What is the plan that you're actually going to enact here?
Celebration shots for a job well done.
Okay,
For
step
sure.
one.
Get them drunk.
So more shots until they're
I
drunk.
do want to try to do the switcheroo.
Yeah, I think we should do the
I-
switcheroo.
Yeah.
A multi-pronged stepped plan.
Do you need a
Probably
distraction?
with this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Harley's gonna give a speech.
Wait, but we need to find. Do we have a thing that's like? Do we have like
There's probably an
like
extra-
a
So the
hollow drive?
the little cat which Kay is inhabiting is like standing next to a panel with his like pop, like his what is like, are we going to gas them?
There's just a button. Gas.
There's not, but it's for he's using it for illustrative purposes.
Isn't the AI in cahoots? Or
Is the
that
AI
was-
still like
That was like a temporary
Enamored?
thing. Yeah.
okay?
last
That was-
episode thing?
That was only like Cypher was plugged in and controlled.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I feel like Kay, being an AI who has been abandoned by people and maybe messed with, would not like that. That somebody had messed with their like, personality, etc. By plugging in and like making them like them. I feel like they would probably be like, that's not going to happen again. We don't like these guys.
I agree, and I think that is why Kay is so eager to
to gas.
to gas them.
Okay. I
Drinking first, then maybe gas. as
want
plan
to
B.
find something that is similar to this little hollow drive to like switch. Do we have like some like
I'm sure
the
we
exact
do.
same thing? Do we?
Yeah, we have something
Yeah,
similar,
you're
right?
talking about their
Hollow
hollow
Perfect.
drives for sure.
Great. So
We just like open up I used to buy like a stack of CDs.
blank CDs to
Yeah.
make your mix CDs on.
Yeah. Just dating myself there.
I used to do it all the time. I'd make mix CDs for everyone.
I would say probably even Onyx has like ones like spare ones that are just used for like if you had got sent somewhere to like get a message, ones and
All right. So it's
Yeah.
just a regular. Okay, cool. So
might also have the genetic brain implant for taking messages. Who knows?
So I have that in. So that's the plan, right?
Okay.
Switcheroo. I have that in my.
Yes. Drink until they're
Person.
intoxicated.
Distraction.
Distraction.
Swap.
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. Swap-sheroo.
Copy
Swap,
paste.
swap,
Copy
swap-a-roo.
paste. swap it back if necessary.
Copying will take an extended amount of time just to let you.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the switcheroo. Because they don't need to watch it again. They already watched it once.
Yeah. Yeah, because their instructions was just to deliver it.
As far
And
as
we'll-
you know, yes.
We'll just keep them busy drinking until we get to the place in like 5-6 days or however long it was going to take.
Yeah, it's just a
how
day,
long
right?
how long is FTL?
It's going to be like 4 or 5 days.
Oh,
Because you
wow.
had like a week to get them there. And you, because of some failures, are taking sort of the maximum amount of time in your,
Okay. So maybe
in
we're-
your FTL
Maybe we should
time.
Yeah, let's do it on
wait
the
until
last
like
night.
But
the
how long
last
is it going
day.
to take to copy the thing? So we need enough time to do that. Just in case we need to give it back.
That's true. I guess if we do it right now,
You do.
if we do,
If we had to do no. English is stupid.
I know. If we do it now, then if it takes a while to copy
If things go wrong.
then we have time to potentially undo things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to probably take, just because like hollow data is a lot to copy something over, it was probably going to take like 2 to 3 days of transfer time.
All right. Well,
Execute plan.
execute plan.
All right. So we're drinking. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Having a great old time.
Cobb is currently wearing the fanny pack that has the drive in it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Harley stands up on the bar,
Uh-huh.
says, everyone, attention, attention.
Speech.
Woo!
I just want to say, it's been a very fun few days on Ventorio Bombongo. We got to fuck up some cops, which was great. Darth Paul, good work. We got you out of there.
Wait, are you a detective, bro?
Yeah, I'm not a cop. I'm a detective. Fuck.
But aren't detectives cops?
No.
He's a private detective.
Oh.
Yeah.
Private investigator.
Investigator. Detective Harley Hellberg PI. Detective PI. It's like I can't center it myself, so like I just say both every now and then.
I don't
However,
think you're like supposed to do the superlative if you're not like an actual like detective, though, right? Like,
first of all, one shot to one of you guys using the word superlative. Let's go, everyone. All right, okay, cheers.
grub.
All right. Okay, so I am from Vancouver 12. And we have
Yes.
we have a tradition
That's
here.
where we're going.
Yeah, it is where we're going.
Whoa!
So we have a tradition on Vancouver 12, and I should probably teach it to you guys beforehand, where we love to drink on Vancouver 12. And our bellies expand. So whenever we always just remove our waistbands, remove our belts, take them off, and cheers. And Harley takes his belt off, holds it up, waits for everyone else to do something like that.
Kata's going along with this and takes off her utility belt and holds it up.
Yeah,
So inspired.
yeah.
No, this is part of the plan. So we have to go along with it. So everyone else
Yeah.
goes along
I've
with it.
been to
for
Vancouver
peer
12
pressure.
like 4 times and this has never happened. Roll a
I-
deception.
I'm a local.
Yeah, you're just a tourist.
This
He
is going
knows
to be
what's up.
average, but I'm going to throw a black dice on it for the one person having been to Vancouver 12.
Yeah.
That is just a wash. So I'm going to offer you just a kind of funny bargain.
Okay. I'll take the funny
It
bargain.
will succeed because they've been drinking, but fully taking your belt off, your pants are going to fall
Yeah,
down.
it's fine. I don't fucking care.
And you're like whipping it off, has broken some belt loops, so you will not be able to keep your pants up for the
Yeah.
rest of the evening. You're going to need to get new pants
That's
on.
fine. He's
No
had,
pants party.
Yeah. He's had like one drink and the pants are coming up anyways.
If Mal shouts no pants party, Grop is immediately going to tear off his tearaway. It's just this big lizard man just rips his pants off.
Whatever works.
Yeah. Sick. Harley's pants fall down. Say, let's go.
All right. Cobb is now is holding up
The
the
fanny pack like
fanny
now.
pack in there in his hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm on stage. I can't do anything. I guess the point was just to cut. Like,
So do we
obviously
just like hold them up here, or what do we do?
No, like we removed them because like we're gonna drink so much our bellies expand. Like there's no point in like putting them back on. Like here, let's all put them on the bar or something. It's like that's what we got to do.
And then Val's also gonna.
Pants list.
All right, everyone is putting their belts or their tearaway pants on the bar.
Kat is like looking at her utility belt and like taking all the important things off of it and putting them in her pockets and then putting the utility belt on the bar and being like, don't go anywhere.
And then to set up the second stage of the plan, Val dims the lights to get that like tiki vibe going.
Yeah. Harley puts on the Starcade Fire record.
Activating tiki room vibes.
Yeah.
And with like the music in the background.
So everyone's stuff is now in the bar, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a car keys in a bowl situation.
Sexy. So I guess next step of the plan is to now do
This is
switcheroo.
where you tag in.
Okay, so I'm gonna sneakily.
We should
Yeah.
maybe. This is the next stage of the plan, but we need to get them a little more drunk, maybe. So just like a couple more rounds of shots.
I think it's safe to assume that we're just drinking the whole time.
Just hand everyone a bottle. Just
Yeah.
Val behind the bar, hand everyone a bottle.
Oh,
of whatever's
sick
strong.
bottle service.
Yeah. Like we're like Harley's in full
Because we
pantsless
we prepped the
guy
ship.
mode. Yeah, like we're
Yeah, you did get
Yeah.
you got a bunch
Yeah.
of booze and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we went and bought a
that
bunch
we
of
ended
stuff.
up not using because we went over
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the house, right?
Yeah.
Harley's
Okay.
legitimately talking to Big Cobb right now, being like not even planned, just being like, "Yo, dude, that dick explosion was sick." Like legitimately being like, "That was great. Like, love it. Great idea."
Yeah, we were pretty proud of that one. That really took like a writing team a little while to come up with that one.
Oh yeah. Like,
So props to the writers, man.
cheers, cheers to writers. Get 'em more drunk.
I feel like
Harley's dying.
Onyx is like also helping serve, but like there's like a tray. She has a tray or something, and she's just like going around handing drinks directly into people's mouths.
And then when you go back to the bar, you put the tray
Yeah.
on top of the. and
Yeah.
then you can pick that up.
Yeah.
All right, I
Yeah.
think it's time for Onyx
seen
to
this
make a
scam before.
roll. So this is, I think, just base would be a hard check to pull this off
Okay.
because there's so many people in it. So I'm going to also throw a black dice just for the number of eyes in the room, but because of good planning, because they're drunk, add a blue dice, and then add another blue dice for having the like tray to cover and all that.
Mhm.
And this is a coordination.
This would be coordination,
Okay.
or stealth, or skullduggery, whichever one you want to use.
Okay, I will use coordination and stealth are the same. So
Oh, keep that.
Oh baby, dude, we fucked these guys up.
One advantage, 3 successes,
Three
I believe.
successes.
Yeah, so you very much are able to make the switch unnoticed. You've got the kind of hollow, I think for your advantage, the kind of hollow drive that it is matches the kind that you have. So they
Nice.
would actually have to play it to be certain
realize
to realize that it's not what's in. And
It's just
your
Val's like holiday photos.
3 successes.
like a real Patty and Zelma. Like, this is us at the bridge.
With 3
so
successes, I
serious
think
in
you're
all
able
the
to.
photos I just pictured.
With
Val,
like the zinc on your nose
yeah.
and a chili hat.
Yeah.
Yes, a big fun hat. Sorry.
Like terrible tan.
It's with all the monks.
Yeah. Some of them are just kind of like, oh, don't know if you can do that.
With 3 successes, I think you make the handoff to Kata as well, and Kata can just leave the room and start copying it over. Kata, you get the drive into the ship system and start copying, and as soon as you start doing that, warning lights start going off all over the ship. They are the warning lights for a gravity well, and suddenly the ship is torn out of FTL.
Daddy don't need to fight. Why don't you come inside? I can tell you're slipping out of sight. And when you stagger, I help you find the light. and bright. You blew them all to pieces, 'cause you're a dynamite.
You don't need to be sorry, it's gonna be just fine. 'Cause it's a long way down tonight. Mother, mother, mercy, let your hands lead me. I could be your vessel, I could be your prodigy. Let me be your freedom, let me see the sign. 'Cause it's a long way down tonight. Look out, mama, kicking at your door. You carry your message from a sad, sad world.
Full of last words, long out of sight. It's a long way down tonight.
'Cause it's a long way down tonight, right? 'Cause it's a long way down tonight.
We go too close to a
Everyone needs to.
Big
I guess.
planet.
How does everyone? Or you can tell me. We don't need to roll. What happens as the ship? Like this is definitely. You feel it even through like inertial dampers. If they weren't on, you'd just die from decelerating out of FTL that quickly. But
Harley bails and like might puke a little in its mouth.
all right, so you are like thrown to the ground.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
lots of Starspur crew are scattered across the
Yeah,
Bargo
yeah.
Bay. Mal, what happens for you?
Mal?
Val.
Val, sorry. Your name is close to another starship.
I know.
and also kind of close to Phil.
Yeah. If the gang starts like freaking out or being like, what's going on? Val is just basically trying to keep the gang like occupied and distracted and not like making chaos. So like, I'm just going to keep the party going and just basically like, don't worry.
Everyone's just like, oh.
No, nothing bad. Meanwhile, like calming.
Hell dancing.
Meanwhile, calming.
Do the gravity well.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine systems are also
Well,
like
party's started
failing across the ship, like sparks and stuff are happening. So
yeah.
Yeah, and then calm to Onyx and Kata to be like,
Well, Onyx is still in
Onyx
the
still in the
Yeah.
Bargo
bay
Bay.
with you.
oh,
I'm the
right,
only
right,
one
right.
left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably would have gone to the bridge / cockpit
Yeah.
to work on this because we can lock it.
Well, in any case, then like I basically calm
Yeah.
you immediately after this happens and being like, what's going on?
Damage control.
Changing gears, Kata's like very like instantaneous thought is like, oh shit, this is a virus or something. But then realizes what the warnings are and then it's a gravity well. And starts like reading the screen or whatever to see like the damage report and computer's assessment of what's happening. So, hey, Captain, there's a big something, gravity well, I don't know, big planet, the black hole, can't tell yet. We got pulled out of FTL pretty badly. I'll get back to you. It's gotta let me think.
Onyx, what are
Okay.
you up to? Just you're the only one we haven't gotten to.
I feel like I just lie and I say, oh, like, because everyone's freaking out in the Bargo Bay. I basically lie like, oh, this is totally normal. This happens all the time. The ship is really old. You know, we are in the process of still renovating it. It's all chill. And then, yeah, just try to pass out more drinks. And then
I think Kay goes, "How dare you? This is not my fault.
it's like,
I am
no.
top of the line."
Yeah, just like airline captain, where we like, this is just a little bit of turbulence. You know, this
Yeah.
I think at that moment, the one of the systems
Nothing
that
to
fails
worry
is
about.
the ship's gravity.
oh shit.
Can
Oh.
I like triage this?
Give me a computer check, one to like figure out exactly what's going on, and to also just sort of see what systems are.
How difficult?
I think average because you're just kind of getting information from the system.
3 successes.
So you get a bunch of information as you're. One is the first like weird thing, you know, is this is a gravity well warning, but the ship's like scanners are not showing any gravity wells around. which is also an additional problem because the ship is also telling you that you are in the system designated Curious 225, which is an uninhabited binary star system, but there are no gravity wells around.
And there should be if there's a binary star.
Yes.
Okay.
The stars are not where they are supposed to be, as far as you can tell.
So either the stars are not where they're supposed to be, or the something is influencing the scanners.
Yes.
Do we have a window? Is this a ship with windows?
Yes, but at stellar distances,
But it's just
unless you were like
darkness.
within visual range of the stars.
Right.
The scanners, I'm going to say with 3 successes. Yeah. So you're also seeing like ship systems are failing because of like being wrenched out of FTL is strenuous. It's probably done some damage to the FTL system itself. The system now, K does by was like, Kata,
Yes.
I have found the binary star system.
Uh-huh.
It is out of position by 2 light years and moving. Also, it is off of the galactic plane.
Wait, what? How is that even... That doesn't make any sense. That's impossible? That should be impossible. How is that possible?
Well, but theoretically, if it were hit by some sort of gravitational anomaly that was strong enough, it could be pulled out of position.
But what kind of thing could do that at that magnitude?
Could
Doesn't matter. Get us out of here.
Could Harley do a knowledge society to see if he's experienced anything similar to this before, or is this kind of like a really like very
This seems
I don't think-
extremely rare.
I don't think society, this would be like a science thing.
okay, or like maybe in the history of
Has anything like... I feel like Kata, having gone to some kind of higher education university type thing,
Our 2 scientists could make knowledge science checks if they'd
Yes.
like.
I would like to do that. How
I think this is going to be hard.
Can I just aid you, or if you want to aid me or something?
So all that does is you would replace whoever has the higher skill or the higher stat would replace.
Gotcha.
I have...
I have 2 science,
Okay, I have...
but you have higher intellect.
Yes. So you can upgrade one of your greens to a yellow using Cap Science as you both sort of try and go through, talk it out and go through your
Yeah,
things.
there's 2 advantages.
So no, not on that roll. But if Cap wants to roll without any aid, someone else could roll and I'll add a blue dice from the advantages there.
I mean, if that's allowed, yeah.
There were no fails, so you're not gonna like lose anything except time, basically.
So I'm just making a roll by myself. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still hard.
So I get 1 success, but 2 disadvantages.
Okay, so I think just in the time that you are taking, just more systems are starting to fail as you're trying to like puzzle this out.
Okay, I need to focus on triaging this ship.
But with your corporate experience and your science experience, you know, like it would take a like singularity to produce a gravity anomaly large enough to pull planets and like full star systems out of alignment. But you do know that that technology exists to create a singularity or to, because the inner planets, which the corporate planets, do travel through wormhole gates, which are created by basically using like a Dyson ring-esque kind of thing to collapse stars. They usually have to be done in areas where they're not inhabited planets, or they will, you know, clear out planets, some of the worst corporations, in order to make them, because they can create gravitational anomalies that affect areas within like multiple light year space around the wormhole gates. Afterwards, they are usually stable so that travel can happen within them. But if they fail, they can also cause problems. But that shouldn't be happening here because those corporations don't have access to this space.
Well, they might be trying to change that.
Yeah.
Knowing that, is this like a process like that, you know, takes a while for them to construct wormholes? Or is this like high drama expecting visitors?
They would be far away if you were close to it. If you were anywhere but on the outer edge, the ship would have been like torn apart when it got pulled out of FTL. Okay. So you know you're probably a fair distance from it.
I just don't want our ship to be like on scopes if corpse start like
No, you'd
jumping
be
in?
several light years away.
Okay.
So it would, regular scanners would not pick you up.
This is clearly not something that was planned or like regulation, because when we mapped out our FTL
Yeah,
like
100%.
route, that would have shown up.
Mm-hmm. I also think that it's like it doesn't feel like it's related. Like it doesn't feel like someone's after us.
Yeah, it feels like
No.
It feels like an isolated
coincidence.
incident that's just happening in the midst of it.
We just hit an iceberg.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I need to
Get the ship running.
Get the ship
Yeah.
patched up. So give me the like top 2 things that need to get fixed.
Okay, well, gravity is down.
Okay. Good thing I can stick to the floor.
The FTL drive is going to need repairs. It could probably sustain a few short jumps, but you wouldn't be able to get all the way to Vancouver 12 on it right now.
Do we really need gravity?
No.
Okay.
No, we'd probably. I feel like
Inertial dampeners are
Gravity
okay.
party.
Yeah, dude, a no
So-
grav part.
No grav party.
No pants, no grav.
Yeah.
Inertial dampeners are still okay. Your scanners are okay. It looks like a lot of the other systems that have gone down are sort of minor ones, like the food replication systems and like waste management is down.
As long as everybody can still breathe.
Can
I'm not really-
garbage
can we still
gravity part.
fly the ship, or is the ship like kind of
You can still fly the ship and impulse drive, basically.
okay? Well, because maybe
And you said,
Onyx,
like,
you should
short
get up
jumps of FTL?
Yeah.
front and then just like steer the ship away from.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just like away from
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
You don't know the location of the actual the source of whatever hit you.
That's weird. Because
I'm-
we can't.
I mean, if we're getting
somehow
like
can't,
pulled in or something.
You only have the reference point of the one system. You're not getting pulled in anywhere.
Oh, okay.
It's likely it was like a gravitational wave.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You would need more points of information, so you'd need to scan again to maybe find if there are other systems that have been affected in order to triangulate to locate the source if you wanted to do that.
Okay. Before I start working, I'm gonna comm to Onyx that she should get down here so that she can take over that part of running the ship while I get things sorted out. I'm to everybody, does anybody actually need gravity? Because that
Everyone's
could
just
wait, maybe. That could maybe wait. If I can fix some other stuff first, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
fix the other stuff first.
Okay.
We can spin it.
Yeah. That's why I'm oh, maybe Val should
Kay
make
pipes up. If it would be easier to manage them, I can still gas the Bargo bay.
I'm not opposed to that.
Are they freaking what is the gang's?
They're sort of still
Disposition.
collecting themselves. It's only been a minute or two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kat, I imagine, worked through all this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit longer than that because it took you a bit of time to sort of put together what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
5
sort of
minutes.
gathering stuff whoa, was sick. What happened, man? Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah.
They're all really drunk.
We're all testing new party technology.
Harley, what do you want to do?
Harley's still kind of drunk because he's had 1.5 drinks. But
Because we need at least. I think we should have one person on supervision.
I think that's kind of where where the he doesn't want to move too much, so he's kind of okay, we'll scout everything out. The thing about anti-grav though, I'm not anti-grav. The zero grav situation is that theoretically all the car keys in the bowl are floating everywhere, so it's kind of all the belts and fanny packs are in the air, and so there's all that stuff to
We
deal
did
with.
need a distraction.
We did need a distraction, yeah.
We got
And we've
one in
already
spades.
done the switch.
No,
and,
I know, but it's just okay, there's many layers. We can be oh, clearly
Now
should-
everything's just everywhere and everyone's distracted and it's fine.
Yeah, we
Well,
can.
if you want to keep eyes on the gang, you
Yeah.
can. But you can also go and check sensors and maybe try to figure out.
I can do a perception check to see if maybe anything that we might have missed is a bit awry, maybe potential damage to the ship, actual physical damage that's happened, stuff like that. But my actually I do have a computer's skill, so I can also help with any fixing. But for the sake of what we need to have done, I can just kind of hang out and make sure everyone's accounted for. Maybe a perception check on that.
Yeah, I think leaving you on
Babysitting.
Supervision.
Party patrol.
Party
patrol.
Yeah.
Yes, party patrol. Because someone's going to keep an eye on everyone and keep them in the Bargo Bay.
Yeah.
Again, I can gas them.
Let's keep that on the back burner just in case. Not opposed to it. However,
we could get away with it. Be oh shit,
Things are going-
up. The gas leaked everywhere.
So with that being the case, Harley's going to stay in the Bargo Bay. I'm going to run.
run? Are
well,
you
not-
going to run?
Well, not run. I guess.
We have established that there is a running vocal take that you
Do I
must
have-
be.
Do I have?
Well,
Val's
you wouldn't
probably
be able
in
to
better
run, but you
shape.
can move yourself through the. Yeah, Val's in better shape for sure.
True.
Oh,
Can I
don't
just
have-
do a perception check where I'm at just to make sure everything is kind of like, I don't know.
Make sure none of them have snuck out.
Yeah, you know, everything.
yeah.
So it's
I actually, you don't need to roll. They're all there.
okay. Cool.
Yeah. But good thinking.
Yeah.
Good looking out. Okay, so Kata, you're doing some repairs. Give me just what system are you going for first?
Well, fuck gravity. So
There's always-
because it might keep them more contained.
It's also
anyway.
like the comedic thing about when you turn gravity back on, everyone falls.
Yes.
You know, like it's
I think I'm gonna work on the hyperdrive FTL.
So the thing you know there, just looking at it without having to roll, is that you're going to like need parts you don't have.
Oh, okay. Shit. Parts I don't have like right now, or parts I don't have on the ship.
Parts you don't have on the ship.
Okay.
So then what can we fix?
What else can we fix? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna not do gravity until we need
Food
it later.
and waste stuff, really.
So there's nothing Kata can do to get us out of this potential predicament?
No, you need to get to like a location to
get parts.
get
fix.
parts.
Okay, well then I guess I will try and look at some star charts and where the nearest like planet or
Yeah.
station to put in to get parts is.
I mean, you can keep. I was running to sensors
yeah.
or floating to sensors. That's what I was going to do. So if you still want to just keep like tinkering, I mean, if you can't fix anything else, you might as well. Or if you can't fix
Yeah.
that, you
Stu
might as
did
well
say
try
that
to
we can
fix.
maybe do a couple short hops.
Yes, you have a few
Yeah,
few
so-
short. You can sustain a few short jumps.
So yeah, I'm gonna see what's in the neighborhood of a couple short jumps.
how far away from Vancouver 12?
Probably a couple days.
Quite,
still.
yeah. Couple days out, few short jobs. Fucking Saskatoon 11.
Well,
I don't know.
So if someone wants to do computers to like do more scanning, you can do that.
I might as well do that because there's nothing I can fix.
Okay.
Just average check on scans to like gain more information.
I got a lot of advantages and 3 failures.
Okay, so
4 advantages.
you aren't seeing any nearby systems, but with the advantages, you do know the reason for that, which is that the other 2 nearest systems, CV 1943 and LH 1570, both uninhabited systems, are also moving out of position. So you do now have 3 points of reference if you want to triangulate.
Yes, I do.
And you can also tell you do in that scan, it's not a system, but you are getting another drive signature. There is another ship nearby.
Oh, interesting.
Is it an active ship? Or is
That
it-
would require another like targeted scan on the ship. You just sort of
Right.
get that information.
But if you said there's a drive signature, then they're probably burning, right?
Yes.
I mean, I can keep doing computer checks, but I don't know if anyone else wants to do something.
I mean, if you're able to locate something, that would be, I think, great. Otherwise, we might have to start sending out some
SOS.
Yeah.
SOS.
don't really want to do that.
No.
Okay.
We don't know who's
average check
out
again to scan this drive signature.
Can
That's better.
okay.
That's much better. 1, 2, 3 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay. You are able to scan the ship. You can see this drive signature is like weak. It's not like in an acceleration burn. It's just in a like kind of autopilot burn as far as you can tell. And scanning it, you also are able to like ping it and get a ping back from its like ID. It is the Elsinore, a medium-sized gunboat, and it signature also identifies it as part of the Mackenzie Free Fleet. But it does not seem to be active. If you move, you can move closer to get a visual if you'd like. It is within the system that is no longer here.
However, they're
after
they're
us.
no wait, the Mackenzie
don't know
gang, right?
us.
They're like good. They're like kind of the good guys, right?
I mean, just sort of. They're
They're
a
like
pirate.
They're
gang.
like, but they're like
Yeah.
you were saying that they're kind of like the Robin Hood
What are
type.
they? Gentlemen pirates.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
gentleman.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they're-
mean, they. It's
Only
debatable
gents
of
allowed.
like how good they are or not,
Okay.
right? Like they did help out the system, but also used that to like
Because they kept the corpse at bay, right?
they kept the corpse at bay, but possibly to their own interest of
But-
like forming their own sort of free nation.
What was
fleet
their
kind of.
relation to the lava planet again? Like it's their stuff.
It's
in the
their vault.
Yeah, it's their vault. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also try hailing their ship. Is another thing you can do.
I would
I'm gonna
love.
pass that over
Yeah.
to the captain.
I'm gonna say I would love to avoid that if possible, but you're unable to locate somewhere to touch down?
I need parts. I don't, unless we can
Because you were saying, Stu, that we
manufacture
could.
them somehow. I don't know.
Stu, you were saying that we could triangulate a planet, or there's
You
something.
could triangulate the source of the thing, which would give you at least knowledge of like how you need to move to get out of its like effects.
Do we have we have a database, right? Probably. Like, do we know this system and like what planets exist in this system? Just by like checking the.
I mean, the planets aren't. The system is gone. Is the problem?
Okay, so like
You've identified 2 other stars that are moving out of position as well,
yeah.
which will and if you can triangulate their movement, you can. If you know their movement, you could use that to triangulate like the position of the thing that caused them to go out of.
Okay, but I guess what I'm asking is like, if there aren't even any habitable planets in the system, then there's no point of even trying to find somewhere to touch down because.
Well, it's somewhere within 2 to 3 jumps.
Yeah.
Short jumps, so
Short
that it can
jumps.
be out. It can be a distance.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I understand.
I just wasn't able to like lock anything down.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just doing a solo where it's like, what's the nearest system next to where we are that has like habitable planets?
Yeah. Okay. You are able, through your searching things, you can find that there is a like small, not necessarily a system, but is a station called Vamlax Zembudrum's Beacon.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Vamlax Zembudrum's Beacon.
Come on. Are we able to communicate with the other gunboat, the Eleanor?
Elsinore.
Oh, so close.
It's a castle.
Yes, in Denmark.
Yes.
Wow.
I've
It
been
might
there
be that.
before,
That's not the
actually.
reference I'm making. But
It's Hamlet?
Are we able to communicate?
Yes.
Hamlet?
Yes.
We can ping
Then-
them, but I don't know if that's something we
if you've
should.
scanned them, they're probably aware that you scanned them.
It's kind of one of
generally.
those like, hey, you guys experiencing this too? Sort of pings, as opposed to like
Yeah.
you know?
Because Val's near some kind of terminal now, right?
Mhm.
Because you were doing something.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you handle that. Let you know what I found. There's a ship and I pinged it, and this is the ship that it is. And it's your choice whether we contact them or not, because I don't talk to people.
yeah. No,
I
no.
hate people.
Yeah, no. Message received. I'm just like, I'm trying to find other options before we just
Yeah.
fully commit. So I want to determine if I know the space station.
Yes. So from that information that you already have, you don't. You just have a name and
Right,
like
just the name.
and the system.
Okay.
Can hardly do a knowledge society check. to see.
Absolutely, you can.
That's like, just to clarify, 2 yellow.
Yes, it's gonna be an average check.
All right. Whoa, a triumph.
Look, listeners, we had some technical difficulties. We're recreating this for you. But what happened was that
Mike's a really good actor.
Yeah.
The
Whoa,
best of
triumph.
us.
Mike rolled. The result of the roll is a success, a triumph, and a disadvantage to the roll. So you do know some stuff about Vamlax Zembudrum's Beacon.
Yes.
You regretting naming it that yet?
Nope. If I didn't regret Bantornia Bumbungo, I'm not going to regret Vamlax Zembudrum's Beacon.
Get them into the beacon.
So here's the thing.
Living in this world must suck.
You things you know. The beacon is a sort of space station equivalent of like a truck stop / diner kind of place. It's like a stopover. There is likely, with that triumph, you will be able to find the parts you need to repair your FTL.
Okay. Bit of a diner at the end of the galaxy vibe.
A little bit, yeah. You also know Vamlax Zembudrum. They are a tree-like alien. You've been to the beacon several times. You have a bit of
Okay.
a
I have a rapport.
rapport. Unfortunately, with that disadvantage, the rapport is
Is not
that
good.
you owe them quite a bit of money.
That's fine.
I guess that's coming out of your share of this job if we ever finish it.
Good thing I have a stat that says unremarkable, which means and other characters add a blank die, which I know you know what it is, to any checks made to find or identify your character in a crowd.
Yeah, in a crowd, but
there's like 12,000 of us right now.
Just stand right
there
in
are
the middle
16
all
of
of
you.
the people.
Well, yeah.
Just stay on the ship.
16's a crowd. Like,
Stay on the ship.
Also, they do actively know you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, how much do you owe? Do you know that? Never mind. We'll talk
so
about it
you owe
later.
them like 300
Okay.
Vamlax bucks.
yeah. But thanks to currency exchange, that's like 2 Bentornia
Million
Bobonga
Bentornia
bucks.
Bumbungo
Yeah.
dollars. Yeah.
So Do you think they might have the parts we might need?
Yes.
All right.
That's all
Punch
I
in
need
the
to know.
coordinates.
Okay, so
So I
you
guess-
just giving you some more information on your science there, Val. You know that you need to get out of the anomaly's like range before you can make a jump.
So we need to triangulate the thing.
Where
Yes.
it's coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah.
The pull,
So
right?
Val's gonna need to do some science.
All right. I pull out my notepad and I
And your
start
slide
doing
rule.
some calculus.
Abacus.
Yeah. He's got an abacus and a slide rule, and he's just doing some
What's
stuff.
the difficulty?
This is going to be average because you have all the information that you need. In fact, I'll give you boost dice because specifically you have that information. So you're just triangulating. It's not particularly difficult math as like astronavigational math goes.
Okay. So I have 4 advantages and 1 success.
Okay. So you have you've triangulated. So you are able, like doing it through ship systems, you're able to like figure out where the anomaly is. It is where there would have been a star. Oversight on my part, did not write down what that star's number would be. Let's say it is CH 1907.
Okay.
So that is where it started. So you're guessing all your like conjecture kind of lines up. This is probably, there isn't a star there anymore. In fact, on scanners, you can see you're getting kind of, there should be a singularity there. It's not it hasn't been a black hole, so it's probably a successful attempt to get turned into a black hole. You just can't pick up anything on long range scanners. But from that information, you can see that you just basically need to do a couple hours at near light to get out of the anomaly's reach. The gravitational effect is also sort of weakening its settling. So again, points to a successful wormhole creation.
Which, is, I mean, we got other important things to do, but that's also not a good
Maybe
sign.
just put a pin on the map. Don't go here again.
So you know, how far you'd have to travel to get out of the wave, and then you know you can jump to
The beacon?
to the beacon. What do you want to do about this other ship?
That is a good question.
Do you just want to get the
I
hell
kind
out
of just
the
want
Dodge?
to get out of the Dodge.
I think I think we should like. I
If
think
you've
little
been-
part of
if
me
you've been
wants to
maintaining like at least a scan on it, like scanners on it, you'd see at this point that its drive has stopped and it's starting to list. It's just like drifting now.
But it's
Oh.
there's no. Are we close enough to scan for life forms? Or is that a thing we can do in this?
I think you'd probably have to get closer than that to scan like through a ship to scan for life forms.
Okay.
I would say it is kind of bad spacer form to leave a drift to abandon a
But
ship.
they are pirates, but
not technically anymore.
not anymore.
They belong to a free nation, a free fleet
Okay.
of former pirates. Yes, so
Okay.
Should we hail them?
Okay,
Yeah.
So we know how to get out. We got the coordinates and the trajectory we need to take to get out of the well in order to make the jump. So with that in the bag, I'm gonna say, Onyx, why don't we just do like a pass by the ship, and then we can do like a secondary scan,
Well, why don't
and then
we-
maybe even hail them.
Yeah. Be like, hey.
I like
guys.
the initial idea of just see if the ship is
If there's anybody
like
even
who
on
knows,
it.
it's been vented or something, and like it's just drifting,
okay.
or there's like, I don't know,
Bodies.
space bugs,
Yeah.
Reavers.
reavers.
So
Oh,
you want to go flyby, do a scan on them when you're close enough so you can get
Yep.
more information. You can do that. Doesn't require any checks. You put in close to it. It doesn't move away or anything. It doesn't re-engage its drive as you approach. As you get close, you can get a visual that it is from some places venting some gas. Could be its atmosphere. Scan shows a single weak life sign aboard.
Okay.
You know the ship would probably require more people than that to run it.
Yeah, totally.
So we gonna check in with them?
Yeah, let's hail the ship.
You do not get a response.
Just, following procedures, I'll do a second hail. This is Captain Val Kovac of the Archipelago. Is anyone on board?
Again, no response. The life sign is getting weaker.
Should we?
We can. Is our ship able to dock and do that kind of stuff, or do we have to like?
Yeah, you can dock ship to ship.
Let's go rescue.
Well, If I can make a suggestion, I can go.
No, yeah.
I have an environmental suit. None of you need to expose yourself to the atmosphere there.
And
I commend the enthusiasm, but there's no way I'm letting you go on a ship by yourself, like a foreign pirate ship.
I mean,
by yourself.
Kata is the fighter of the group as well. Like very.
We gotta go in pairs.
Multifaceted.
That's always the rule.
Yeah.
This is not a horror movie.
Why does the captain always think they have to go on the away mission?
It doesn't have to be me.
Well, does anybody else have a suit? I mean, everyone else should have a suit, but does anyone actually specifically
I'm still
have
not
them?
wearing pants. I'm not in any position to.
Yeah, Harley's fully drunk.
Yeah.
Right now.
Nor would I be of help.
Also, like Onyx has her like feed cam, so like we can always keep tabs and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Onyx, go.
I'm saying you two.
Okay, maybe like there's like suits on the ship that are just like generic, like
we've got to have
of
like
emergency.
we're a
like
spaceship.
It's
We've
like
got to have.
standard.
You can absolutely spend a story point to say you
Yeah.
have at least one.
It's like having you have life jackets on boats. You know, like it's like.
What about this group's preparedness in the past suggests that you would have emergency
I'm
suits?
prepared for me.
All right, so we need to make a
I'm not
risk
prepared for
management plan after this.
No,
Is that what we have to do?
No bureaucracies involved.
All
in
right,
this
so are
shit.
we docking with the ship?
Yes. Let us dock with the
All
ship.
right. You can hear the clank of docking clamps engaging, and here's a song from a band we like.
What's become of you in that bed? Painted the walls with all those pretty things you said. I was the girl, you were the one. We were certain it would go on. When we were happy, hopping turnstiles, we said goodbye to the dive bars. The gilded foyer unfolded. We were Rockefellers. We were the best of the pretenders. All our bets on being young forever. Turn your face towards the sun, because the sky's 100 shades of honey. I don't recognize that face. Is it her, or did she leave that place? When we were happy, hopping turnstiles, we said goodbye to the dive bars. The gilded foyer unfolded. We were Rockefellers. We were the best of the pretenders. All our bets on being young forever. When we were happy, hopping turnstiles, we said goodbye to the dive bars. The gilded foyer unfolded. We were Rockefellers. We were the best of the pretenders. Our bets on being young forever. We made our bets. We laid our bets on being young forever. We made our bets. We laid our bets on being young forever.
Couldn't do a campaign in space without including the band Stars. That was their song Pretenders. And also in the middle of the episode, you heard Long Way Down by the collaboration of Iskway and Tom Wilson. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow Dungeon Punks on all of our socials or check out patreon.com/dungeonpunks. For as little as $5 a month, you can get early access to episodes, bonus monthly talkback episodes, deleted scenes, and maybe a few more goodies.
Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the Podcasts of Doom Network.